Alright. Let me bring up a good friend of mine. She's definitely been around the slam scene a lot, and she's an amazing poet, one of my personal favorites, Leslie. Yeah! You know Leslie?
Hey, I just want y'all to know I ripped my pants on purpose. I wanted to be more intimate with the crowd. I wasn't sure what I was going to do tonight. It seems like time's getting a little bit shorter. When I was out there on the break, I thought of my grandmother and was like, oh yeah, that's right, I want to do this poem for my grandmother. And then I realized actually it's a lie, it's not for my grandmother, it's for me. And you see, that's how this story begins. I was eating a rich, fat piece of dark chocolate cake, completely smothered in triple layer dark chocolate fudge frosting. Remembering my grandmother's words to me. Beginning at probably around age 7 or 8, a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips, honey, she would say to me. The honey was generous, you see. My dad's whole side of the family was very overweight, and this seemed to hang thick in the air like a threat for my trim with half a dozen trim kids' grandmother. Again, anytime I would come in from playing and reach for a cookie, again it would be a lifetime, a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. This was never solely looking out for my health and was previous to my knowledge that part of my prescribed role as a woman was it was going to be very attractive, or very important for me to be attractive, meaning thin, so I could rope a nice young man in someday. Also age 7, 8, or 9. My, those are some childbearing hips that you have got there. This didn't seem to be that strange of a thing to say in my grandmother's circle of older Baptist women friends, because several of them said this to me. I was appalled, and still am. Break another bite of chocolate cake, and I'm getting into the middle layers. That one from the back almost completely smothered in dark triple layer chocolate fudge frosting. That one was for you. It was worth it. You see, this whole chocolate cake business has been quite an epiphany for me, starting with why and for whom I bought the chocolate cake now resting in my belly. You see, I bought chocolate cake from Barb's Badass Bakery only several times before in pieces wrapped individually, and always for whom? A very special lady. Of course, never for me. Spend that kind of money on a fat piece of chocolate cake for me? And besides, there's that special lady. The one who used to love me and now forbids me from uttering those words near to her. The one who will sleep with me and change her mind after, finds 90% of her laughter in the strange faces it seems I am always making. Tells me I look like I'm in junior high school with my braids in. Gets mad at me for not respecting her, but never seems to mind if this means not respecting me. Closed up inside of a cage created for ladies who do not buy chocolate cake for themselves. Today, I got lucky. You see, my stars crossed, and the dark-haired desert raven who eats the chocolate cake offered from my hand slipped through the bars of the cage I built for myself is away on business. So frantically, I roll through the potential possibilities of who I can give my chocolate cake to and why, and settle on me. Why? Because I deserve deep, dark chocolate, triple layer fudge cake, completely smothered in dark, triple layer chocolate fudge frosting. And these hips having bared no child, honey, and though my fate and my love for the wild have kept me trim, it hasn't been to rope a nice young man. And you see, the truth is, I'm way more likely to get down with a lady who has chocolate cake hips to